We've got this breaking information coming in that the Agriculture Minister has just reached Home Minister Amit Shah's residence, obviously to take stock after this declaration of war by the farmers and them calling for protest. Poulomi, what are you hearing from the government? Narendra Singh Tomar to meet Amit Shah right now.
That's right. He has, in fact, reached Mr. Amit Shah's residence. That happened in no time, Shiv. It's almost as soon as that press conference got over, Mr. Tomar left from his residence and has now arrived at the Union Home Minister's residence. Both of them were there at that meeting at the International Center for Agriculture Research in Pusa in Delhi yesterday, where they met farmer representatives, 13 of them, over 3 hours, and tried to convince them about the government's intentions with these 3 farm laws, and, of course, saying that they're willing to make certain concessions given the sort of misgivings and doubts that the farmers had. But clearly that's not cut any sort of ice with the farmer groups. They have decided to in fact reject those proposals and lay siege on Delhi and the National Capital Region primarily, and across the country as well. So this is going to be extremely critical. It remains to be seen what the next step of the government will be, because they were waiting to hear back from the farmers after the proposals were put down in writing for them. But clearly at the moment now they have to figure what is going to be their next course of action, given that they were willing to make only these many concessions at the moment, maybe bend a little bit more here and there. But clearly the farmers have outrightly rejected every proposal sent to them, even the proposal that guaranteed MSP will be given in writing as well. It is there in the proposals that the government in fact sent across to the farmer unions earlier this afternoon.
Okay, so doesn't augur well for the government because their proposals basically been flung back in their face and it has been sort of topped up by the farmer unions with a declaration of war. The protest is going to become an all-out national protest. If things go to plan, the government is going to try and make sure that the inherent contradictions within the protests, especially with its linkages to these opposition parties led by people like Rahul Gandhi and Sharad Pawar, is what the battle plan is going to be. We'll see how it goes. We'll get you the latest.